Hi. Okay, I didn't know microphone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Hi,
sir.
everybody.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Boom Bar. My name is Shola Rogers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening again. Happy Joe and welcome to the bar this very beautiful Thursday afternoon. I'm in very high spirits. You know why when you're in very high spirits, you cannot explain why, but you just feel very good, which I honestly think is a good feeling. I wish to continue to have a lot of this, and I hope I would leave everybody listening to me in high spirits as well. I hope this is very contagious. So, good afternoon, right here on boomradio.com.ng. It is the bar here, and with Joe, one welcome. We're here with the drinks, with the gist, with plenty to do. For people listening to us, you're welcome on boomradio.com.ng. You can actually watch us right now on YouTube. Just search for Boom Radio NG. On YouTube, you can search for Boom Radio NG on Twitter as well, and Boom Radio or Boom Bedroom to make it easier on Facebook. Actually, you can watch us right now. People watching us, you also want to listen to us. It is boomradio.com.ng. We'll be here from now till 4 p.m. West African time, giving you all the gist, available just right here, right now, on your Boom Radio.
And if you're wondering what it is, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time,
What
or
have
who
you
are going to
been
get to
doing?
watch this video
Again and
again, or for the first time belatedly, first things first, we say welcome again, but please don't be a stranger,
Yeah.
Leave a comment,
Like a video,
like, share, subscribe,
follow us,
things like that,
retweet.
Because you know how it is now. We are basically gonna kick back, relax. We've got drinks like Dolupo mentioned, and we sit down, we analyze, and we also prefer solutions.
Basically just
So we talk
about
music, sports, entertainment, politics, and
everything in between.
That's what it is. That's what the bar
Everything
is.
in between.
Yeah.
And for people that do not know, let me just put it out there now. I know that not everybody follows the Olympics, but the Olympics touch relay is actually started. It started yesterday, and I just saw today that Jackie Chan is actually one of the people that are going to be on this. They're actually going to be carrying the torch round.
You already did that on the Great Wall of China.
So that basically the whole thing is like round.
Yeah, they had to make it an abridged one because of
COVID and all that.
Jackie Chan, he is actually from Hong Kong, and is one of the few people from Hong Kong who are buddy with the Chinese government. You get, so they even called him his Chinese name, Jian Cheng and all of that, not Jackie Chan that is known as in Hong Kong. And again, there's a tennis player that
I think he started.
Ma Long.
He was one that started
Ma Long.
late today.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the greatest of all time.
Yeah, now
in tennis, according to what I read.
And maybe Ma Long can't claim to be the greatest. He's one of the best now. Maybe the older guy was the one you're talking to, the person that was first to carry, then Ma Long, then Jackie Chan. But bottom line is, it's interesting.
It's an interesting one. So it basically
and the
just shows.
Russian president is showing them a lot of love.
It basically just shows that the Olympics is about to begin.
Yeah.
Basically. So that we're definitely. I just decided to put that out there for information of people that do not know. And today I came across news which I normally don't. I don't know why I don't, but let's be honest, most people don't. But the Nigerian Professional Football League, and I was catching a bit of news about how Remo Stars and Rivers United have been unbeaten since they came. And the one that even caught my attention the most was 3SC, because for like the longest of times now, we know 3SC gets relegated every time they are moved up, and then they drop to NNL, and then they try to qualify, and they go back into. But there's which is that a lot of people has actually stacked the odds against them again this season, but they look like they're beating the odds. They seem to be doing better than expected, actually. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Just wanted to put it out there, like it was news to me. I don't follow it like that, so I was like, okay, at least. But I know the story of 3SC and their usual back and forth every time. So it was actually very interesting to hear that.
They've been on a 3-match winning streak. They came to Lagos and defeated MFM, who are sitting at the bottom of the MPFL log, and they gained at home to Atlant. The Atlant guys were talking tough before the match, and the first half ended goalless. All 4 goals that Tracy scored came in the second half. I'd like to find out what the coach told them, during the break that made them so gingered and all of that. But it's a good result for 3FC. If they stay consistent, it will stop them from taking their usual 1 year sojourn to the top flight.
Okay, so another thing before we leave news, I saw one very interesting news today, as Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal are supposed to team up for Team Europe against the rest of the world in the 5th edition of the Lava Cup later this year.
It's gonna be very interesting.
I think everybody's saying that Federer is back.
It's gonna be interesting. What I like is how these guys have grown, not only in age but in friendship. They were rivals and everything, and the rivalry did not damage them to the point where they could not become friends. And now they're long-term
actually going
friends
to be
and
teammates now. I think it's amazing. It's amazing what we're going to see. It's going to be later in the year. It's between September 23rd and 25th of 2022. So it's later on in the year. But I'm sure that the tennis world will definitely be looking forward to this amazing 2 massive players. And on that note, I think I would just move off sports.
Yeah.
Do you have any other sport news that you want to add to this?
Well, not at the moment. I've just been checking out how the new boys are settling into their new club.
Yeah.
I've seen a clip of Aubameyang looking very sharp in training at
Barcelona. And he said a few things.
Traore also.
He's really said a few things, come up to say that if I read a story today that he said that he was sorry about the abrupt leaving of Arsenal, that basically he had issues with Arteta and with nobody else. That was basically the issue and all that. So we'll see how that is going, and by tomorrow I think we'll come back with Premier League fixtures and all that, and Senegal is officially on to AFCON finals.
Congratulations to them. It was a hard-fought victory, but of course one man stands out, glowingly. Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
And you understand why Liverpool are missing. They're missing.
They're
him.
definitely.
They're missing him so
definitely
much.
missing him. And okay, so let's move off that, yeah. And we'll move to a bit of entertainment news. And one news that sticks out today is the announcement. I think it started yesterday. The announcement of the 2022 nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And one name that stands out is the late Fela Nicola Kuti, who's the second time in a row that he's been nominated. And why he actually does stand out is how last year there was a whole campaign about it. In fact, I honestly feel that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame made it really big because they wanted like a lot of eyes on, and it obviously was big. It got to a point where I think he had the highest number of votes and all that. And of course, a lot of people were looking forward to it. Not until when the announcements were made and they said that the voting was only like 5% of, which really I think ticked a lot of people off.
I'm one of those people that were ticked off. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, congratulations to them on the announcement that they're starting another one. They can count me out personally. Fela Anikulapo Kuti does not need your Hall of Fame to be what it is. to us and what it will always be.
Oh, will always be, yeah.
You know, and this is a clarion call to all entertainment loving rich people in Nigeria. Let's put funds together and organize and do our own Hall of Fame. We don't need their validation, you know. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a very credible platform. I'm not talking them down, but I don't like the way they played us last year.
Yeah, it was.
And I think you're basically leveraging on Fela's brand.
Yeah. They
To
know
capture,
it
to
is
capture
a big brand.
a new side of
it.
of the industry, which is the African and the Nigerian market. Because they tell us Nigeria is not Africa. We know, we're not claiming to be. I'm just saying that a lot of people who are Africans and Nigerians got on board and started voting daily as you were required because of Fela's name that was mentioned. Fela is a brand and a person, or was a person that people still love. You know, the people, you know,
no,
forever leaves Africa.
It's an international, Fela it's a worldwide brand.
Alive to a lot of us,
yeah,
because his music can never die. So whatever it is that they've done, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, personally, and I speak the mind of a lot of people, we're not interested in voting for Fela again.
We're not voting.
If you people want to give him the way you dashed it to some people last year, go ahead.
Go ahead.
If you don't give him, well, it doesn't change anything.
Good luck.
Celebration will come and go.
And
it will still be big.
It will be big.
We will still have fun.
Yeah.
African artists will still blow. You know.
Exactly.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame will not do well.
Yeah,
you guys will not try.
And you know, a lot of talking about music and Nigerian music, a lot of things have been happening over the week, and I've been seeing a lot of things. First thing I saw, Peruzzi had been tweeting, going on about how he's going to feature everybody, even people that he's fighting with. He has teased that he has 3 new singles, one with Davido, one with Fireboy, and another one with Olamide. Shout out to Olamide. It looks like Olamide actually has been like really busy collaborating with everybody. Wande Cole also, even like, Olamide has been posting a lot on about the new single that he has with Wande Cole that I think is coming out on 23rd of February. Yeah, I think so. Hate Me. It's been Olamide looks like he's really
the hardest working entertainer out
really,
there
really busy
right now.
He's doing a lot for upcoming
please don't
artists,
misconstrue.
Big
this
artists.
Is not to say
everybody else
that
is not.
They're not all working on, but at the rate at which it's going.
It's going, yeah. I think that is really not leaving any stone unturned. Also, I saw a video that was posted today where it was in I don't know if you saw that video. It was in a studio, obviously, where there was Mastercraft, there was Davido, there was Kiss Daniel, there was Skibby, there was Flavor, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, well, the gist is that Davido went to Kiss Daniel's studio, you know, and went to hang out with him. And you know, these guys don't just hang out. When they're together, they're going to create magic. It's going to be something. So I would like to announce unofficially, expect
magic. Expect magic.
When you look at the kind of people.
Yeah, and I know that I think Kiss Daniel was also teasing a new song, I think with Fireboy. That I think he also supposed to have a new song with Olamide as well.
You see, YBNL, there's something about those guys, right? And even if I don't know if officially if Adekunle Gold is still in YBNL, but he's a YBNL person.
Yeah,
right?
he's there in your face, like they're not going anywhere.
Fireboy tweeted 2 days ago that he's in a good space where he's allowed to do what he wants the way he wants to do it. Now, this has always been the bone of contention for a lot of artists. Like,
yeah.
Your record label will tell you,
no, they want it a certain way. Remember, it even happened to Davido. I think with his the foreign deal that he had to buy himself out of it.
No,
this is not me. And then when that was when we were listening to Davido. Remember that his EP that he was singing and we were like, okay,
this is not the David that we know.
This is not him. This is definitely not him.
And of course, Davido is doing his thing.
Yeah, he's doing his thing, and he's doing amazing.
And that's why everybody wants to have him on their song, you know. So talking about Kiss Daniel. Kiss Daniel is another hit maker. He's like a hit making machine.
Yes.
he has an amazing array of hits, not just good songs now.
Hits. Yes.
Like,
yes.
so with Fireboy, who is actually on fire. What do you expect?
What do you expect?
It's going to be mad, right?
It's going to be mad. I know that a few months ago there was a tweet about, I think, Fireboy collaborating, I think, with David Guetta or something very, very close
if
to
he's
that.
done Ed Sheeran the way he's done Ed Sheeran, what do you expect?
Really expect, yeah.
I think the tour starts any moment from now.
It's
the
US
Fireboy
tour.
The Fire tour should be.
Tour is it's amazing. I think Nigerian music, and we keep saying it, they're representing like big. They're really doing really well.
And you said Nigerian music, and it's the truth.
Oh yes.
I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos from Ghanaian YouTubers, Cameroonian, they're Cameroonian.
Yeah, they're Cameroonian.
Cameroonian YouTubers. And one of them, the one I saw today, said Nigerian artists and Nigerians are hypocrites.
Oh.
That they say one Africa. They keep preaching one Africa. They even played Wizkid's video. His response, indirect response to that guy. Yeah. So, but the thing is, I looked at them, I laughed. I'm like, you guys just don't get it.
It's not about what do you expect?
You just don't get it.
Okay, there might be Nigerian artists, yes. These people are Nigerian artists. But I also feel that let's look at it from the fact that they're individual artists on their own. They're just because they're Nigerian artists. They're actually doing amazing work individually.
Of work
these guys put in. Yeah.
Now, does every song that come out of Nigeria become a hit?
Oh
no!
There are thousands. We see how the number of songs, New Music Friday, for example, the number of songs that are out every week. To be honest, on Boom Radio, it's not even all those songs that we even talk about. Not even up to a third.
There are big artists who drop albums and they bomb. People don't have an idea. And they're top guys in Nigeria.
Shocked.
Upcoming guys who keep dropping music on a regular, So you guys just think that because it's Nigeria and it's the rave,
the song would,
and because we're neighbors, we should start playing Cameroonian songs and Ghanaian songs, and that's not how it works.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
You're supposed to put in the work too.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how good the song sounds to you, it's until it is accepted, until it has that mass appeal. This is the same country where Coupe Boys became a hit.
Yeah,
and they don't even have
a song. They don't sing. They don't nothing. Like, honestly, yeah. I remember when they came to Nigeria and there was like a tour, and they were like, "What exactly do these people do?"
Exactly.
In fact, you see them on Instagram now. All they do is just dance to all sorts of songs.
How do you get off saying those things? This is the same country where Awilo, Logomba, Fali Ipupa, and all Magic System, all of them became massive. They didn't even beg anybody.
Nobody.
You want to headline shows in Nigeria? Before you go headline show for Nigeria, you don't do the work.
The ones that
buy your ticket.
Nigerians, how many Nigerians? Because yes, there might be a lot of people that say headline shows, but what's the percentage of the people that headline shows?
Who's buying
the tickets? Let's be.
Nigerians are hypocrites because they say they preach one love,
what exactly? My point is, what do you expect to happen?
No. This is what you should do now. Go on the internet, search for Cameroonian artists, search for Ghanaian artists, pull down their songs or buy their songs, then start start playing it just like that. You understand? Because it's left.
Anyway,
you guys should really come here. That Shatawale guy, has he been to Lagos to promote his song?
To promote his song, yeah.
You guys are complaining, but Nigerian artists are in Ghana promoting. They're hanging out. They're buying things. They're spending money. Yeah. Nigerians are going to your clubs. They're spending money, staying in your hotels. Do you come here to do the same?
Exactly.
You're not here. You're not promoting stuff. We should just look at it and say, it's a Ghanaian brother. So let's just play their songs. I want to collaborate with Ghanaian YouTubers and presenters. Mm-hmm. Let's have a sit down.
Let's talk about.
Let's hash it out. Let's look up for a way to work together. But this sounds like entitlement to me.
Mentality, which unfortunately I think is an African thing.
R2Bs, they're big in Nigeria.
They're big. Like there were songs that there are like a lot of artists that people listen
We
to.
love
like,
them. Sarkodie is big in Nigeria. Nobody go talk to them. No sabi Sarkodie. Remember the Ojuelegba version and all of the other things.
You can.
You know,
that's something.
I can go on and on. You know, but come on, guys. You just sit down
a
there.
Major entitlement issue, and I don't know what you're looking
the
for.
days when.
When you know the sad part is that even as far back as the 80s, Nigerian artists, without even the platforms that we have now, were doing big. Not just big, they're Grammy nominees.
As far back as the
80s. So you don't expect people that have an industry that has already been that big as far back as 30 years ago to be stagnant.
No.
You don't expect it to be stagnant. I'm sorry.
It has to be. That's what they want.
It's a very sad thing.
People are putting the work, man. People have done the work. People, do you remember one of these artists that was talking about how he would walk from? I know a guy, Lamborghini. He lives in America now. He talked about how he would walk like 12-15 kilometers to get to the studio because he didn't have money for transport.
But at the end of the day, he put in the work. Everybody, and then you tomorrow, someone.
Remember when Whiskey said, "Neo Juelegbao for more Dog Studios," and they also he put in the work.
And that's the issue that I see with a lot of people. You never see the work that these people put in, and then by the time they're now getting what the work that they put in, the dividends of it, then you have a problem with it. I'm sorry. It's a very very sad
narrative.
Mentality, sad mentality,
yes,
and I think that it's time. This is how we will not move forward.
We can't.
We cannot move forward like this.
When we keep talking because we think it's a certain way.
It's a certain way. It has to be a certain way.
Easy.
And
how many Nigerian artists even get their songs played on radio here?
In Nigeria in the first place. You'll be shocked the amount of songs that come out every day that nobody literally has an idea about.
Finally on that one, shall Catch Me If You Can. Adekunle Gold.
Yeah.
Is out.
Oh, it's finally out. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I got the alert from YouTube Music, but only 4 songs. The ones that he had released are on YouTube Music. I know. I'm going to check the other platforms. But of course, I think
I never caught that?
Officially it should be out today.
Today. Oh, never caught it.
Or latest by midnight.
We'll definitely check that out.
If you like good music, you should go search for Adekunle Gold.
Oh no, I'm not.
He has done the madness already. Yeah, I've listened to some of the songs. You've already heard. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
on the album.
I'm not shocked. Definitely not shocked. I know that his song with Davido is on the album. The song is already doing amazing.
I just wanna be high.
The song is doing amazing, so you can imagine what the album will be. And talking about music, before we leave music, David Crosby, Stephen Stills, and Graham Nash have come out to say that they are supporting Neil Young, and they're removing their
pulling
music
their songs off
from
Spotify
already. Looks like Spotify is not having it easy.
They're not gonna have it easy because they didn't read the room. You know, they pay Joe Rogan some mad money for his podcast because it drives a lot of traffic.
But the way it's going now, are they sure that they're not really going to pull him off that? Because
he's already made an apology.
If you're losing money
that video
from what someone said, it's not a
Joe Rogan apologized.
It's not what's it called? It's not a smart business move.
Yeah, so I think they already made their mistakes. I don't know how they're gonna pull this
because
one off,
as of today, it's so bad that even is affecting their stocks.
Yeah,
their stocks has dropped as much as 18% in the past few days. It's
expected. It's expected. And talking about stocks dropping, Facebook also.
Facebook
is witnessing some kind of lull.
Yeah, they're saying that it's the first time ever Facebook is actually losing subscribers.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, okay, people are actually shutting down their Facebook pages. Nobody knows why, because if say specifically there's a story around like Spotify, yeah. I've not heard a story around why they're losing subscribers in droves that is really dropping.
Maybe they're
missing stocks as well.
They're missing me. You know, I've been on Facebook since
yeah,
December.
that's
And
true.
people are just like, where's Rogers? We don't see Rogers on
What I'm
Facebook.
saying, yeah.
We're gonna log off.
Okay.
Zuki, call me, man. Like my friend would say, Unsuka bag.
What is Zuki?
Zuki is my guy now.
What is
Zuckerberg.
Zuki?
Zuki.
Everybody's suddenly your guy.
We used to call him Zuki in school.
Okay.
Ah.
Anyway.
But my friend calls him Unsuka bag. Unsuka bag. Mark Unsuka
Ayo,
bag.
and
Obonyibo.
talking about, it's Coco Jewish or is
So you see the connection.
You know that
now. You see the
connection.
connection.
Okay.
Unsuka bag.
So I'm still talking about Illuminati. There's actually a lot of Illuminati stories. As you know that 2 days ago, the baby bump that broke the internet. Rihanna.
You see, there are baby bumps.
And then
there are internet baby.
The baby bump. The
internet breaking baby bump.
I used to say that when something is an article, put the in front.
Yes, anti
The.
really.
Like, I saw a cartoon illustration, was it yesterday, when someone like put like some poster like when a baby comes out of Rihanna, I realize, oh, my mom is Rihanna.
Like,
oh, really? Wow.
And you know how terrible people are, right? So, Drake.
That was what I was going to talk about.
All right, you go.
They said that Drake has unfollowed Rihanna on Instagram. We know that yesterday she also broke the internet as well when she actually posted like a full picture of
she
a
finally
bump.
did. Yeah, she now did it by herself, and the thing is that there was a video last night, or shall I say this morning, for those of us who don't sleep early. The Toronto Raptors were playing Miami.
Yeah.
And of course, in the stands,
I think I said yesterday
was their GM,
Masai
Ujiri,
yeah.
And Drake was sitting next to him.
In one corner, I was just squeezing his face.
Was sitting next to Masai.
I was just squeezing
but
his face.
He was on his phone. Drake was on his phone, and he was squeezing his face like this.
I thought it was your
so guys, some people now made a video.
When he saw
that he was actually swiping left and he was looking at the baby bump pictures, then he unfollowed and all of that, and I think him following is very childish,
especially at this time.
It's childish.
I'm sure that for you not to know that she's pregnant, you're really not on talking terms anymore.
Even if you're on talking terms, she's with someone else.
She's with someone else. Move on. Like, life is really not hard.
Drake, what's up with you? All them girls are getting married to other people, man. All the girls that you've ever been linked with, every single one of them. I don't want to name Nikki or anybody. I just know that virtually every woman.
Oh, he was with Nikki.
I'm not saying he was. I'm just saying that all of them are with people, somebody else. Yeah. I didn't say it was with Nikki.
Anyway.
Drake, Bele.
Yeah, very wicked. Okay, so somebody has a book.
And don't just Bele again.
Yeah.
Or like they'll say, let me say nice Bele Tiel.
Bele Tiel. So somebody has a book, Jim Ike.
Jim Ike writes books?
Yeah, it has a volume 1 of his book series.
That's good.
The Gift in the Odds, Walking Through Walls. Okay. I don't understand the note.
I like that. I just like the.
It's very.
I like the sound to it already.
It sounds very poetic.
It
sounds very poetic. It sounds very poetic. We'll
Jim Ike has a book. Is it out?
Jim Ike has a book. Yeah, he's out.
I would like to read it.
It definitely is out. So
how many books have you read this year? This is February.
You know the funny thing.
February what?
I've not.
February what
is
this?
I started a book.
February what
3rd.
is this? 3rd.
All throughout January, I had not read one book.
Me too.
But I started a book a few days ago. I read about a few chapters, and I stopped. But I plan to finish it before the end of the week. Like you said, talking about books, this year I said that I was going to intentionally read books, and I did not in January. But yes, I think January 31st I read a few chapters. I stopped, but I plan to finish it before the end.
We need to get back to this book club plan.
Book club. And also, like
No,
there were
if,
times
if we
where I
can, if
actually
we can start a
reading
book club, can we not
novels.
do book club on one of the boom bars?
Yeah, we should actually really like talk about these things. We definitely will go back to it. I will.
All right, you're still listening to Boom Radio NG on your boomradio.com.ng.
NG.
This is the Boom Bar. My name is Shola Rogers. Our name is
Ola Telupo. Please, thank you very much.
And together we're taking you on a ride through what's trending, what's hot, and what's not.
What's not? And I'm talking about. Let's move off that, yeah, and let's come to Nigeria. We've done exactly 30
excuse me,
minutes.
please.
Yeah.
Please. For the next 30 minutes, it's time for politics. You see, because if we want to talk Nigeria matter, now politics they plenty pass.
Yes, this particular story, I won't even say
insecurity.
I'm not even going to say it's politics. This is about
Rishwa.
Discipline or indiscipline. I'm sorry, but this is what I want to talk about. Yesterday we talked a lot about the House of Representatives, and yes, the House of Representatives is in the news again. Two different stories, two different things, but they're definitely in the news. Not really about politics, but the day it started.
Politics.
I don't think it's politics. The day started.
The House of Reps is a political contraption.
Yeah, but
it is politics.
Anyway, don't wait. The House,
that's my evil laughter.
The House of Representatives basically started with all the speaker broke the day today, like started breaking tables this morning, as it was said that plenary was supposed to.
Did he use the gavel? Did you use this gavel to
break it?
I've always wondered if that gavel was powerful enough to break tables. What's up? So now, do you know that you have to know a little bit of carpentry skills to become? You can't be speaker or deputy speaker. The eyes have it.
Okay, what? Okay,
gavel.
That's not a gavel. This one you want to break the table.
Yeah, but you said somebody broke table now. I want to emulate
it. Was a figurative speech.
It's figurative. I did not know there was figure in the speech.
Okay.
So it was a figure 8 speech.
That's what whatever it is you say. I don't care. Anyway, the Speaker of the House of Representatives got to the House this morning for the plenary. They're supposed to sit 3 times a week. The third one for this week at 11:20 for plenary that was supposed to start at 11 a.m. Who we know that as the most senior person in the house, he's the last person that should be seated. Everybody else should be seated before the speaker comes in.
Protocol.
It's protocol, yeah? But he gets in at 11:20. He met a very scanty chamber. The clerk of the house, nowhere to be found.
Yeah, but there's deputy clerk now.
Can I finish? Then, after saying prayers and the national pledge, realizes that the order paper was not available.
They were out of ink.
And according to him, he says, I'm going to hold whoever is responsible. According to him, this is his statement.
Okay.
This house sits at 11. Everybody knows that. It's 11:20 when I came in. And nobody was on this floor. None of your deputies were there. The order paper is not ready. What kind of thing is that? We're now forced to adjourn this house. Everybody should see me in my office. House is adjourned till Tuesday. This is where he therefore called to the deputy majority leader to move the plenary to be adjourned. And also, now he's saying that all the bureaucratic staff are supposed to be suspended. Now, for people that do not know what it means, what the order paper means, basically the order of events for the day, which I'm guessing is part of the work of the clerk. Sorry, the word is clerk actually, not clerk. Clerk. So, nowhere to be found. And most of the members of the house, they're actually not seated at that time as well.
Okay.
What does that tell us?
Okay, it tells us what we've always known and felt about the National Assembly. It tells us what we've always suspected about the National Assembly. I still can't wrap my head around the fact that they're gonna have only 3 days of plenary. Because most times Monday they're not there.
It's always Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays.
And on the last day of plenary for the week, it's scanty.
Everybody has traveled.
Now, if you're uninformed, because I'm not going to talk like someone that's uninformed, you would expect them to be there every day of the week. No, that's not what it is. You're expected to be part of other subcommittees, oversight functions. Then you're also supposed to be back in your constituency from time to time. So we get that, right? We get that.
Not everybody is supposed to be there at that time. There are times that they are the committees
Trainings,
that are actually like officially, but at least 2/3 of the house should be seated at the same time.
A lot of Nigerians haven't heard about the amazing pay package that these guys are on. Want more from them.
Yeah.
Not because they really, really want more, but people are like, how can
that's a lot of money.
How can you be collecting this kind of money?
I agree.
And you're working. No, they work more than 3 days, so I won't talk like an uninformed person. But let's talk about brass tacks here. Are they all really covered? The ones who are missing, apart from the clerk and those people who they should actually deal with because they are employees. The other employees that we put there because we employed them.
Yeah.
We need to get that.
At least we know for a fact one of them is in Manchester. Oh yes. So let me tell you a few hours ago, one of the House of Representatives, Aki Alabi, I posted a picture where this was supposed to be a funny thing, where he posted a picture of how he's saying that he's an African parent, where he was having a conversation. He posted a picture of a conversation with him and his son, and he was telling his son that he's in Manchester, is coming back next week, that what does he want? So it's official. At least we know one of them is not in Nigeria.
It was in plenary yesterday. Because someone called him out when 3SE won. Some guy on Twitter called him out and said, oh, you claim you support 3SE, but they're playing on a Wednesday and you're not here. But apparently he has seen their game, and people went to lambast the guy like, you don't even have sense. He now actually called the guy out.
House of Representatives.
And he said, oh, so what am I supposed to do? Sit in plenary until this time, then charter a flight to Ibadan. Now, he should have blasted the guy.
That does not even make any sense.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought that it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
So if he's posted this video today,
a picture of his conversation with his
if he's posted that picture today, and that happened today, that means after plenary yesterday, he flew
out
to the UK. Now, I don't have a problem with that. If
there are reasons for that.
There are reasons for those kind of things. We know that they're not going to be there. Like you said, it's just 2/3.
It's just 2/3 that they need to have a
and
quorum.
we need to take this legislative work serious.
Yeah, I think it's lack of discipline.
So that is the real crux of the matter. Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians are not happy. Nigerians are going through one of the hardest periods of their lives because the economic downturn in Nigeria, which also has a global, tone to it.
Yes.
But we don't care. What we
global
know is that
or not, it's,
right here, right now.
This is one that is affecting us.
I used to buy NSC at 8K. It is now 23,000, 24,000. The same bottle.
Same bottle, yeah.
25,000 naira. You get. And that's my issue.
That's the issue that you have. Wow.
But
wow.
But there are other issues.
Other issues.
You know?
There are others. They're just others. It's the one that
gas was
that is close to
5K, 4,003.
That's almost 8,000.
It went to 10,000.
Surprisingly,
it's dropping.
I'm surprised.
But the gas always drops.
Anyway,
we're talking about cooking gas. And all of that, and all of that, and all of that. So, these are the guys who are supposed to be representing us. They're supposed to be fighting for us like all the time.
And the funny thing is that this is not the first time that we've seen.
No, they go work.
This particular.
No, they go work. They collect money. No, they go work.
Speaker, I think it's not the first time that the speaker has had a row with.
Let me calm down.
It's not the first time that the speaker has had a row with a lot of them. First, and sometimes you hear it at times is about getting order or like, even though I don't know if I'll say kudos to him, but you actually see like maybe he tries to instill a bit of discipline.
Well,
But because I think it's wrong.
One of the things,
it's just wrong.
One of the things that needs to be done is that people should be held accountable.
At 11 a.m., how are you not at work?
On a Thursday.
On a Thursday.
And on Friday now, all of now we're carrying a bag, discharge.
And house of the clerk, which we know that they're not even elective posts. You are a civil servant. Where in the world? At 11 a.m., what excuse do the staff have that the order of events for the day is not available? How?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
So it's almost obvious that it's obviously maybe it's the way things are done and there. Which I read a report where they were saying that I think one of the House of Reps, it was not mentioned. They were saying that it was unusually early for the speaker to come to the house. So you are going to give the speaker of the house, who is, according to Nigerian hierarchy, is number four person in the country, the time that he will come, where you people decide to stand up from your house.
Again, I understand why it's 11:30 or 12 o'clock for plenary, because
it's 11 a.m.
Yeah, apart from the plenary sessions that we're so crazy about, or that we only see as their work, they work behind the scenes. Then there's caucus meetings, there's all sorts of stuff. But
you know that there's plenary at 11 a.m.
tend to work until midnight and morning. But this standard part that you're supposed to be, because
everybody knows that
you should be there representing us. That's why we put you there. That's why we voted for you, or didn't vote for you, or voted for the person that you defeated, but we shall have voted one way or the other.
Anyway,
bottom line is that it's time that everybody took this
thing their jobs
serious.
Do your job.
You know, shape up or ship out.
Yeah,
because how now they do us like this now?
It's very, and on that note, president and vice president are not around.
And they travel now.
Yeah, the president is in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
The vice president is in Ghana.
Yeah, president go.
It's for AU matters. Vice president for ECOWAS matters.
Banku and.
So I think the Senate president should be like
acting president. You know, but it might be that because I know that they don't leave lacunas.
Yeah, I'm sure that maybe the vice president is back like today and all that, so it might not be.
It's Eagle 1, Eagle 2 now.
Yeah,
you know, but the thing is, no matter what we say or do, Nigerians need to feel more of governance. Politics is always at the front burner, and at the detriment of governance. We need to draw a line. Let people understand. Even the politicians need to step up.
Yeah, everybody needs to step up their game.
Governance.
My own mantra every time is do your job.
Do the right thing at the right time.
Do your job.
If everybody does their job, it will be a better place.
Life is easy for everybody.
You know, so shout out to all the people out there doing their jobs. I'm talking about the hardworking people. Yeah. I'm talking about the people in the offices, on the streets, everywhere, working morning, afternoon, and night.
That want their that earning their
legitimately.
It's
I mean, your daily 2K, as we did arrange for.
Shout out to you people. And I'm still talking about the House of Representatives. A very interesting thing happened yesterday. We talked about, and this is an update, about how a particular House of Rep member, Honorable Shina Pella, had talked about, had sponsored a bill trying to scrap the NSCDC, which we talked in depth yesterday. And shortly after that, the NS.
But I don't like when you do this kind of thing.
What's
wrong with you?
What did I do?
What's wrong with you?
What did I do?
When something happens, you have to put incidental. You know, something that let me know that something happened.
So in response to that bill yesterday,
our Oga at the top, or one of our Ogas, maybe not the one at the top,
the Oyo State Commander of the NSCDC,
which is Oga at the top of NSCDC in Oyo
State, that is part of the NSCDC that is attached to this particular honorable member
at the top,
withdrew all the
security
detail that was given to
honorable.
The honorable. Like, since you want to scrap us now, Let us people scrap ourselves now.
You know what they were thinking? They were thinking, they say, Honorable Shina Fela is a magician. He's the son of a magician. He doesn't need security detail.
No, the point is that you want to scrap us. Let us scrap ourselves from your life right now. That you don't know.
Why you always like this? The man, look, they're not. If Shina Fela do like this, he can manufacture a security detail.
Security detail, yeah.
Have you seen that guy do magic?
That is he that is.
It's better than those of you that are carrying NSCDC badge.
Anyway,
Uncle Bros, Shina Fela, be coming down.
They showed Shina Fela.
If it doesn't me be Shina Fela, I go show them inside get magic. As they just carry their gun like this, I'll just like this. You know one guy where they arrest now, where they say they conjure gun. I don't know his name again. Yeah. I used to don't know his name.
You are very.
Now that guy.
We're moving on from that. Yeah, so anyway, for people that do not know,
the DG of the NSCDC has spoken.
Yeah, the commander of the Oyo State had withdrew the NSCDC operatives that was attached to this honorable member, and so the DG, the general commander.
Oh God, the top.
The commandant general. I checked it. Commandant general.
Oga
and now come out to say
don't look up, please, with respect. The Oga at the top.
You are looking for trouble.
Okay, who is the Oga at the top?
I don't know what you're talking about. Leave me alone.
Okay.
He has now come out to say that first things first, he had returned all the NSCDC operatives immediately back to him
without magic.
That the Oyo State commandant had no right, had no jurisdiction to take such decisions. He had nothing to do with the top brass of the NSCDC. That he took this decision on his own, and it was very unprofessional. I hope that guy has not lost his job, though.
No, they will suspend him too now.
I hope he has not lost his
job. Imagine you want a whole person to be running kitty to be running kata kata.
No, but honestly,
it's wrong.
On a serious note.
Am I joking?
Yes, you are. I think that it is highly unprofessional.
I agree.
Okay, you don't like what was said. To be honest, even if we think about it, he didn't say that you are losing your jobs.
He said they should be absorbed.
Into
the police.
Which this bill has only gotten to the first reading.
Yeah.
And first reading in the House of Representatives. For it to even, after it has even been passed, if it ever gets passed in the House of Representatives, needs to go through to the Senate. It needs to pass 3 readings in the Senate. Then there has to be a harmonized bill.
Then it's going to
before he is now assented to the president. I don't even see that happening in the next 6 months.
Even if it happens in the next 6 months.
Even if it happens.
It has to go through that process.
There is a process which that would definitely
of course,
go through.
You do know that a committee would sit and they would invite stakeholders also.
So it's not just talking. It's not just about maybe a bill and then you take such a decision. And this is where my issue with when it comes to a lot of people, not let me say everybody, is that everybody wants to show their power.
Power now.
Wait, you are just an Oyo State commandant. You're talking about a House of Rep member. What did you think was going to happen?
Remember when Fela said that even the Omolanke pusher has his power,
No,
everybody has power.
You don't understand my point. You're dealing with a House of Rep member here. What did you think was going to happen? I think that decision was based on emotions, but
extremely unprofessional.
What did you think was going to happen? Your commandant was going to say, "Hey, it's fine."
And the truth is,
are you serious?
I don't even agree with the proposed
bill, but
what you did
makes no sense. You literally just give him more ammunition. He'll tell you that. See,
isn't that what we're talking about? Because again, that kind of decision should come only from the commandant general.
They'll say, it means that you people have no structures. I don't see how that makes any sense. Whatever he thought he was doing.
Kudos to the DG, to the commandant general.
Nipped it in the bud
and quickly put out a press statement, to that effect. So shout out to
him.
NSCDC. I'm rooting for you guys.
The commandant general.
I do not want you guys to be absorbed into the police in any way. Rather, I even think that we need to create more specialized arms for different specialized security functions.
So let's move off the House of
That's how politicians
Representatives.
talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's move off the lower house and let's go to the upper house where something very interesting has
Are we
happened
leaving
today.
this place?
Leave now.
You said we're going upper house.
Go
now.
now. Because you're looking for trouble. Go.
I'll go now. Is it your go?
My OD you.
I'll go.
Anyway, as of today, the Senate Deputy Minority Leader, Senator Ibaro Buacha, has officially defected from the PDP to the APC.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
So, how many senators remain for PDP now?
No, that was going to be counted.
You should know now.
I don't know. I'm not.
How do you bring talk of defection come here?
Hey, but is it not used that so?
It's funny, yeah. And let me quickly respond on behalf of PDP. Have they responded?
No, I'm not. No. I've not seen what. I've not read the whole thing. There's just more details later, but I'm sure that next to be like they need to declare that seat vacant.
His seat has to be declared vacant. He won on the bill of the PDP. This is not democratic. They want to turn Nigeria into a one-party state. You're going to come up with all of that, right? I get. The truth is, there's a loophole in the Nigerian constitution.
Yeah.
That allows this.
That allows it, and until it is fixed, there's really nothing we can do about it.
Right about this time, 4 years ago,
there was a lot of
there was
movement.
a mass movement from the APC
to the
the PDP. One or two of them even went to other parties. I think the senator from Kaduna, he went to.
And now he's back in the PDP again.
He went to YPP or something, or PRP, or God knows what.
I think it was PRP.
Yeah. So the thing is, that's what we need to fix. That's what we need to fix, because again, the party comes into government, opposition or minority, with a certain number of senators. And a plan that this is how we're going to work. Then before you know it,
and then that just messes up the whole thing. Yeah, it's a very, very funny thing, but there's really nothing that. Then can again, be done
these guys also need to realize that they're not representing themselves. You're representing.
Yeah, people voted for a particular party. At the end of the day, but
so there's a part of the constitution that needs to be fixed. And this just came in as the governor of Imo State, another senator, Senator Rochas Okorocha, as now as President Muhammadu Buhari to call the EFCC to order. Wrong move.
Appealing to the president to intervene by stopping the EFCC from constantly harassing and intimidating him of a 2.9 billion naira fraud. Remember, he had come out to say that even Imo State is owing him 8 billion naira, that he fed himself throughout the 8 years that he was governor and all that. But if I'm sure that case has been in court already. So is the president supposed to say, close the case?
You know the sad part is, you might hate Muhammadu Buhari or love him. But there's one thing that he won't do. He's not going to get involved.
He doesn't get involved in all of those things.
Again,
he doesn't.
Going to meet the president to tell him you want to run for presidency or for president is a good move. But asking him to get involved in some... If I was Rochas or Okorocha, I will counter-sue the EFCC.
If you are innocent,
if I know I am innocent, I'm going to tell them, because you guys have done this, I'm suing you. That way, the case can be expedited. Do you get? Then judgment will come and you will win, since you claim to be innocent. I don't think it's a good move on his own part. I saw a video that you shared where he was asking to be the pilot of Nigeria's plane and all of that. Nice campaign pitch. I like it. I think that's what you should do. Concentrate on that. Run your campaign and everything. But you cannot stop the EFCC from doing their job.
From doing their jobs.
Look, he that comes to equity
must come with clean hands. It's time that we need to...
I do not say you're guilty. I just say go to them and prove
sort out your issues,
your innocence, so that you can concentrate on your
campaign.
Then we are here. We too. We will help everybody campaign.
Okay.
It's our job now.
Yeah, before. And on that note, we're moving from that. Still talking about the court here. Just a bit of news as the court has officially remanded the teenagers that had killed one of their girlfriends for money. Remember the story about a few days ago where a Solu Majakodumi had basically killed his girlfriend with about three other people involved. Different stories how one person was not involved, but that's the court to determine this. So now, the police has definitely handed them over to the court, the magistrate court.
How old is the youngest person?
The youngest person is 17. There's a 17-year-old.
So he will be kept in a remand home. But the other guys who are above 17, they're 18 and above, they're already, they're adults.
They're adults, yeah. And they're being arraigned on a 2-count charge of conspiracy and murder. It's a very sad one for that girl. It also is, I think, it's teaching a lot of people, teaching everybody, we need to be careful, because I'm reading a lot of the stories that coming out and the accounts from these people. One of them called her at about 8 p.m. and all I think one really needs to be careful. Times are really hard. My
take, and I know some people are going to be mad at me, because this is what I always say. Parenting.
Yeah.
Parenting, if these boys were properly brought up, we cannot rule out the odd, crazy,
happenstances and
evil
all that. Yes,
child you get, but it will be reduced.
You remember we were talking about this a few days ago, and out of the what these boys had talked about, and there was talk about how they had called this certain girl about a few minutes to 8 p.m. She's about 20. It's about 19.
And she lives with her parents.
And I was looking at myself like, at 19, at a few minutes to 8 p.m., I up and say, I'm going anyway. Where are you going? Don't come back ever again. Like, where would you say that you're going, that you're actually allowed to go in the first place? And like you had said, if a bit of tough love would probably have kept her life up until today. It's a very sad thing, but it is what it is.
Our condolences to members of
the family of Sophia.
And I pray that she gets judgment.
Yeah. And finally, before we go,
justice.
We have about 2.5 minutes to go. As federal government has officially uncovered about 123 companies, 96 people, about 424 associates, and about 33 associates, and about 33 bureau de change that are linked to be financing terrorism, basically Boko Haram and ISWAP in Nigeria.
Before you announce this, be sure to have arrested every single one of them.
One of them, yeah.
And their cousins, fathers, mothers, aunties. I'm telling you, this is no joke. These are the people causing us all the pain.
And they're saying that this was gotten from the discovery. This discovery was made through the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, where there was a lot of movement of money back and forth and all that, the tracing funds and all that.
The NFIU has access, the BVN and all the NIN and everything, so everything is fully integrated now. And all of that, we always say that money always leaves a trail.
Money always leaves a trail.
There's a paper trail. My own is, have you arrested every one of them before making this announcement? Because if you do it now, they will run, and they will continue to finance terror against us.
It's a very sad one. And finally, just a few seconds to go. But now, remember the hijab issue that happened in Kwara State here?
Yeah.
Now another school. This is even really bad because a lot of people are getting injured in a particular school called Onyu Baptist High School in Ijagbo, Onyu local government area of Kwara State, where it was said that a lot of students are being sent back because they have hijab.
Separate politics and religion from education. Final.
That's it, yeah. And on that note, that is all we have to take today on the Boom Bar. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll definitely be back again tomorrow, but you can catch this on YouTube again. It is Boom Radio NG on YouTube, and on Facebook it is Boom Radio. We'll be back again tomorrow for the TGIF edition of the Boom Bar. From us to you is peace.